Hi Jay, how are you? This is the second video for the requirements for the 1 rep max test for the back squat and the bench press. So the first one I'll demonstrate are the requirements for the back squat. You can use either a regular stance or wide stance. So remember, regular stance, high bar, wide stance will be a low bar position. You'll perform the squat like you normally would do during your training. There is just a few requirements that you need to do to make sure that 1 rep max lift counts. All right, so one of the requirements is actually where your glutes stop when you're coming down from the squat. So when you're doing the back squat, you're coming down. You want to make sure that your legs and your glutes come to at least this position. So you cannot stop like this or like this. The glutes need to come to at least here. You can even go lower, that's fine. And then you can push all the way back up. The second requirement is that when you're coming back up from the bottom position, you need to make sure that you stand up straight and you hold it for about 1 to 2 seconds. So once I've cleared this requirement, I'm gonna come all the way up and stand up straight and hold the weight for 1 to 2 seconds. And then I can come back and put the weight here. I recommend recording yourself on your phone or a camera to see if you are reaching that depth, and then just remember the position by continuously practicing it. If you can, try to do your back squat test in a squat rack that has safety pins or blocks. Just in case you cannot push the weight, you can just have a backup fail system. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the requirements for the bench press. So for the bench press, there are a few requirements that need to be met for your 1 rep max to count. You can use any grip that you like, but I recommend at least a shoulder width or wider grip. It's a little bit more difficult using a close grip, and you actually want to shorten the distance for this test. The second thing is your glutes and your upper back have to stay on the bench when you perform the test. So you cannot lift up your glutes or your back during the test. Both parts must be firmly placed into the bench during the whole movement. When you are coming down with the bar, it needs to touch the bottom of your chest. And then when you push back up, you need to do full lockout with your arms, and you're gonna hold it for 1 to 2 seconds. All right, from here, glutes, upper back firmly into the bench. You're gonna go ahead, lower the barbell. It needs to touch the bottom of your chest, and then you're gonna push it all the way up into full lockout, and then you're gonna hold it at the top for 1 to 2 seconds, and then you can go ahead and put the barbell back. So when you are doing this test, it's highly recommended to have somebody spot you. Also, don't forget to do your warm-up sets for both the back squat and the bench press. So it's usually 3 to 4 warm-up sets from 12 to 4 reps, descending and increasing the weight. And then you can get into your 1 rep max tests. Make sure you're resting at least 2 to 4 minutes in between sets when you are attempting your 1 rep max lifts. All right, that's it for this video. Good luck next week. And just go ahead and message me if you have any further questions on any of these 4 lifts. I'll talk to you later.